Hello everyone, welcome back to the CSAP news analysis. So today is 30 August, so let's discuss about today's newspaper analysis. This is me and my working experience. If you want to join our WhatsApp as well as Telegram channel, you can join in via the links given in the description section below. We are on with the free registration for the interview guidance program for the recently appeared APSC CCE mains candidates. So it will be led by the panelites that you can see on your screen. Also, we'll be coming live on 10 September at 11:30 a.m. where Sri Anil Swarup sir will discuss about various strategies to crack this exam and to secure a good rank in the upcoming interview. Also, we are live with the Raksha Bandhan offer today. So in every course that you purchase on the CSAP app, which is available in Google Play as well as in App Store, by using this code CSAP RAK50, you can avail a 5,000 discount on every courses that you directly is purchasing on the CSAP app. Let's start with the today's content. So the first topic says about the Gibbon article. Second, scientists suggesting Gibbon Century railway track. India-Bangladesh Friendship Bridge, Udupi scriptures, and the birds report and some of the prelims facts. Let's start with the first article today. Scientists observing elusive Gibbon particles for the first time. So this Gibbon particles, which has been seen by scientists within a metal, is called as strontium ruthanate. Okay, strontium ruthanate. And this discovery has the potential to pave the way for the development of superconductors which are capable of operating at room temperatures. So now, what is basically this Gibbon particle? So this Gibbon particle is a name given to a type of quasi-particle which is not a real particle but rather a collective excitation of vibrations of many electrons in a solid. So if I have to say about the quasi-particles, so quasi-particles bila ki hoy? See, these are some of the electrons which are present in solids and which can be very much useful in terms of metals and semiconductors. So therefore, if I have to say about the superconductors, we all know that what is a superconductor? It's a material that can conduct electricity or transport electrons from one atom to another with no resistance. And therefore, if I have to say about some superconductors, we have got the niobium, we have got magnesium diboride. So these are superconductors and which has got the critical temperature to be at resistivity of metal drops to 0. And therefore, if we have to see about the superconductivity and its respective applications, so we have seen that it has got applications in various levitating trains and high accurate magnetic resonance imaging MRI. Okay, of the brain MRI machines. Okay, so MRI kori pelai it detects about the tumors. Okay, it detects about the strokes. Ebilak bostu MRI through hua jay. So in this way, if this Gibbon particles, which are a type of quasi-particle boli kole ami ki buzu, they are used for describing the complex behavior of electrons in solids such metals and semiconductors. And therefore, this Gibbon particles was first predicted by theoretical physicist David Paynes in 1956. So it is a more Gibbon particles kotha ko. So these Gibbon particles could be very much useful for us in even computing, medical imaging, transportation, and even energy. Because through this Gibbon particles, we would get the electrons which can be useful for us to even use them in the solid parts. And once you are using these Gibbon particles in the solid parts, obviously at some point of time we may directly leverage upon the essentialities of these Gibbon particles so that we can be better off with the technologies which will be coming up in real time in the upcoming periods. So hetu karone since etu eta Gibbon particle first time karone scientists observe korise in a respective metal which is known to be strontium ruthanate, to hetu karone etu bostu news asile aru hetu discovery it will pave the way for the development of superconductors capable of operating at room temperatures. আজি superconductors room temperature কাম নকৰে. They have to be framed at a temperature which is suitable for them. But at some point of time, if we can make the superconductors work in room temperature, we have to use such number of particles known to be the de Morgan particles. Okay, so hetu karone etu news asile. Please do remember this particular names. Chalo, eta moi question di thoi disu yate sai loba. Chalo, coming to the second question of today or second news of today. Scientists suggest rerouting the railway track running through the Gibbon Sanctuary. Holongpar Gibbon Sanctuary. This Gibbon Sanctuary was named to be the Gibbon Wildlife Sanctuary, or it has been said to be the Holongpar Reserve Forest. So, এই যেটো Holongpar Reserve Forest, এটো Holongpar Gibbon Sanctuary বুলি rename কেতিয়া কৰা গল? 25th May 2004. Okay, 25th May 2004 ত কি কৰা গল? The Holongpar Gibbon Sanctuary got its name from its formerly known Gibbon Wildlife Sanctuary or Holongpar Reserve Forest. তো আজি এই যিখন Holongpar Gibbon এখন ক'ত আছে? It is in the district of Jorhat. Jorhatot পোৱা যায়. Okay, and therefore it's said to be that in this Holongpar Gibbon Sanctuary, every protected area is a type of evergreen forest. Yet evergreen forest পোৱা যায়. Okay, and therefore you can see that it got its name from the dominated tree which is known to be the Holong tree. Why Holong tree is important for Assam? Muk comment section at kwa. What is the importance that Holong tree has got in the state of Assam? Okay, so you can see that in this particular forest, that is in the Holongpar Gibbon Wildlife Sanctuary, we have got three classifications of vegetations. Jikhini upper vegetations hoy, hekhini dominate kori ase Holong trees bilake. Okay, middle trees or middle canopies bilake kun bilake kori ase Nahor. And the lower canopy, due to lower richer as a lower category grasses evergreen, tate shrubs and various good number of herbs bilak poa jay. And therefore this particular sanctuary is a very important sanctuary of our state. Tar uporot we can see that it has got a rich biodiversity and as a home to the only apes in India which is known to be the Western Holo. আৰু এটা বস্তু পোৱা যায় ইয়াতে which you may not know or you may know, I don't know, people from Jorhat may know. Bengal slow loris. Bengal slow loris. এটো বস্তু পোৱা যায়. Okay, Bengal slow loris or IUCN status কি? মোক comment section ত কোৱা. International Union for Conservation of Nature. আমি যে কওঁ near threatened, vulnerable, critically endangered. মোক ক'ব লাগে Bengal slow loris or IUCN status কি হয়? Okay, so etia yate ki hoy ase news ot kyo asile because primatologists have suggested rerouting the 1.65 kilometer long railway track that has divided eastern Assam sanctuary dedicated to the western Holong Gibbon into two unequal parts. So yate kwa goise je yate jikhini this track is yet to be electrified, etialoke electrified howa nai, but ei track to yar pa all together otura kotha koise, that is 1.6 kilometer. Our jar karne etu news ot ahi gol because at some point of time we can see that this particular railway tracks has affected the flora and fauna of this particular sanctuary. Our tar uporot we all know that Holong Gibbon is the only ape found in India, and gibbons are very smallest and very fastest of all apes. Okay, so aji ami jodi jano about this apes, you can see that these apes are extremely intelligent. Okay, and they have got strong family bonds. So আজি যেহেতু railway tracks or karone bahut kini impact dekha goise, tar karone they have lost their family members. And we all know that today this species are basically in the endangered category. Okay, yat moi likhi disu ebar gibbons or kotha gute. Okay, and therefore slowly they are at a high risk of extinction. Okay, so western Holong Gibbon jeto amar yate poa jay basically in this particular sanctuary, আৰু যেটো ইস্টার্ন Holong Gibbon হেতু মেইনলি কোট পোৱা যায় Southern China or paba, Arunachal Pradesh or Ohomotu Pwazai, but very less. But in the Southern China and Arunachal Pradesh, you can find a good number of Eastern hollow gibbons. Aru Amar jitu Western hollow gibbons, jitu yate Pwazai, hetu kintu endangered category ase. IUCN red list. But jitu Eastern hollow gibbon, hetu agu vulnerable category ase. So please do remember all listings, very important. Okay, so tar karone yate news of dia goise. Okay, so you see endangered, Eastern hollow gibbon vulnerable. Are both these species are listed on the Schedule 1 of the Wildlife Protection Act of 1972. Okay, so Aji, because of this particular tracks and because of the expansion of the tracks, 2 line koribole as well. So yate ki hoise, eta deforestation hoise for infrastructural projects. So tar karone yate relocation kora to bisarise. Okay, and therefore this was basically in news. Okay, chalo. Questions di disu yate, sai loba. Next, India-Bangladesh Friendship Bridge, the Maitri Setu. So we all know that recently there has been a news that India-Bangladesh Friendship Bridge hobo. It is set to be operational from September, fostering Eastern trade relations. And it is basically working under the Act East policy. Okay, so you can see the bridge. Okay, it's a very beautiful bridge. So this bridge, naam to ki dise, Maitri Setu, is all set to be functional soon. Kunkhon river opor banaise, very important, Feni river, which flows between the Indian boundary in Tripura and Bangladesh. Kiman span hobo 1.9 kilometers, joining Sabroom in Tripura with Ramgarh in Bangladesh. Okay, chalo Ramgarh kotha iman nalage amak, but Sabroom buli kole moi. Sabroom is a area or it's a region which basically comes under the South Tripura district. South Tripura district of Sabroom buli jagah ta hai. Okay, so you have to say that Tripura kekhon district ase. Mung naam gita koba. Okay, just write supposedly jodi ase 7 khon ase, 7 khonor naam gita muk likhi diba. Okay, aru eta important bostu ki hoy about Sabroom. Okay, Sabroomot eta dialect poa jay, which is that is the local population speak in Sabroom. It's a type of Bengali only, but eta most spoken language ase tat. I know that in this region of South Tripura, the official language are Bengali, Kokborok and English. Tinta official language ase. But yar babjutu eta most commonly spoken language ase which is spoken in this region of Sabroom. So hey language ba hey particular most spoken language to ki hoy hetu muk tumaloke comment section at koa. Okay, aru eta bostu mono rakhiba je ei jitu Sabroom area hoy yar eta history ase. Ki history ase? See, it is believed that during the Bangladeshi War of Independence in 1971, the Hindu society people migrated to Sabroom from the regions of Bangladesh. It was a बहुत historical event in 1971. So as is Sabroomot jwa in the South Tripura, you can find that many number of peoples has just come to Guwahati, just come to this region of South Tripura. A South Tripura Sabroom ilaka le 1971 or pisot ahise, and many has got its particular linkages towards Bangladesh. Itio rekhethokolor kunba Bangladeshot ase. So it's a very important event, okay, that occurred during this period. Okay, so hetu karone yate jehetu eta bridge bonwa goise gutekhini newsot ase. So name Maitri symbolizes ki growing bilateral relations and friendly ties between India and Bangladesh. Okay, the construction has been overseen by National Highways and Infrastructure Development Corporation Limited, a pre-stretched concrete bridge, and it is a single span structure that allows for the smooth flow of traffic and cargo. So here river khonor kothao koi disu, India Bangladesh border logot Feni river khonor logot bahut relation, South Tripura district. Okay, 116 kilometer river hoy, aru tributaries are likha ase Muthuri, Raidak, Chandrika, Riang and Kushiara. Important hoy ebilak jehetu Feni river news ot ase. Okay, significant sailwa a bridge khonor. Opening of this Setu will directly connect Sabroom in Tripura, and Chittagong port will give India's northeastern regional landlocked countries like Bhutan and Nepal access to Bay of Bengal. So we all know that today the northeastern belt of India is a landlocked area. So Aji, through this particular bridge we can connect on to the regions like the Chittagong port or the Chattogram port. Okay, this will significantly boost connectivity, development and security in the region, and it will play as a economic role as a major trade route to the northeastern India. The report, the land route between Agartala and Kolkata port through its bridge is just 450 km, via Bangladesh compared to 1600 km via the Siliguri corridor, যেটো আমি chicken corridor বুলি জানা যায়। Okay, তাৰপিছত logistic cost to কমি যাব 80% lower, and Chittagong port is just around 80 km away from Tripura's last border town, that is Sabro. So এইটো এটা আমাৰ important criteria হৈ যায় যে how we can directly manage the strategic comparison of this particular area so that we can manage the distance and challenges of this particular connectivity, which is very much focused towards the northeastern region. So এখন বহুত important bridge হৈ যাব, which will be a bridge and which is be a critically important bridge and strategically important bridge for connection of India with respective to countries like Bangladesh and overall connecting it to the northeastern belt of India. Okay, so yate gutekhini dia ase Maitri Setu ki hoy kon phale di jabo. Okay, gute direction diat hoy ase. Question da di thaisu sai loba, model questions ase. Next, this one, discovery of two ancient sculptures at Basrur provides existence of ancient Mailara cult in coastal region, says historian. So recently there has been a discovery of two sculptures. Okay, aru etu kot hoise in this Udupi, recently belongs to the Megalithic period. Okay, so Udupi kot ase Karnataka ekhon district hoy Udupi. Okay, so yare key findings ki hoisile sculpture one of mutilated unique sculpture found in a well at Basrur. Aru yate duta bostu ahi jay, sculpture 2 to ase stone tablet containing Mailara and Maila Devi. So eta duta bostu ahi jay. So when we talk about these two things, Mailara and Maila Devi, Mailara mane it's basically a manifestation of Shiva only. Okay, so Mailara mane Shiva, okay, and obviously Mailara Devi mane Parvati. So it's a folk deity identified as manifestation of Lord Shiva, and this deity commonly known as Mailara in Karnataka and Khandoba in Maharashtra, and has a plethora of other names as well, such as Khandero, Khednath, Purkhini names ase. Even it could be found in southern parts of India. So yat jikhini ami bostu dekhisu about this particular area. Okay, mainly the recent discoveries. So a discoveries bilake yate etu proof kori dise je we have still to know a well number of historical things that has occurred in the past. Agote ji asile etio amar bahut kin discovery hobole baki ase, hodai kiba noy kiba ta discovery hoy goi ase, and today we are getting very much influenced towards the type of things that have existed in the past in our country. Okay, so eblak tumalkor art and culture karone bahut beshi important hoy jay. So Mailara cult, Mailara mainly manifestation of Lord Shiva. So jikita murti dekhao goise, you can see that it is something which is associated with Lord Shiva. So you can see the bull, which is mainly very much attached towards Lord Shiva. Okay, so ekhini bostu ami sobe janu bhalke. So therefore a findings gita amar karone important hoy. To a findings bilak kor hoise in this district of Udupi. So aji jodi moi ko about Udupi, aru etu mainly eta hoise eta jagat which is known as Basrur. Okay, so Basrur is a very important town which is basically a port town in the district of Udupi. Okay, aru Basrur buli jitu jaga ase etu ekhon river or banks ot ase. Mukhe river khonor naam to koi die in the comment section. Okay, so Basrur is basically on the banks of one river in the Kannada coast of Karnataka. So here river khonor naam to ki muk koi dia in the comment section. Okay, so therefore this region of Udupi, which is basically coming under the southwest province of Karnataka, is a very important port town and has got dynamics even in the time of history. So aji ebilak jehetu ulai gol, therefore Udupi district came into prominence, and even the Kannada coast as well as its various geographical features also becomes very important for your upcoming exams. Okay, so eta Basrur kotha gute likha ase importantly. Okay, question dia ase sai loba. Tarpsot State of India's Bird Report 2023. So etu recently ulaise. Okay, a large number of birds species in India are either currently declining or projected to decline in the long term according to this particular report. Okay, so a reporter mote yate koa goise je like 13 Indian government and non-government organization yate conservation status korise, and methodology yate use kora goise long term trend and changes. So yate soa goise je bahut khini decline hoise, raptors and vulture decline hoise, endemic and biodiversity hotspots decline hoise, positive outlook nai, conservation priority yate bahut kom dekha goise, aru tar karone major threats dekha goise bahut khini. Okay, so we have to see that how we need to manage this particular species from getting extinct. Okay, so আজি even we can see that in this recent time period, যিখিনি migratory birds ahe at a particular season, সেই migratory birds are decline 50% of ke upor hoy goise. And in the recent times, India saw a decline of around 80% in this particular winter, last winter, 80% decline. Overall, মই এটা average কৈছো 50. But in the last winter, if I have to say precisely, 80% decline. So etu bahut eta dangor challenge face kori ase আজি. So etu kihor kane hoy ase? It is because of deforestation, because of climate change, infrastructure abilities bahi goi ase amar. Gos kati asu, gos nai. Moi ebar recently eta news cover korisilu je jikita raptors hoy. You can go and watch to my old videos. Moi parile upor link to di dim. Raptors bilake ki korise? Jibilak towers hoy, coastal towers. Tate goi pela ghor banai ase, nest banai ase, karon gos nai. So obviously here also we can see that because of this particular scenario, the birds and their population is slowly declining, which is not a good sign. Okay, which is not a good sign because they are a part of this particular environment and ecology, and their need is very much. Amak lagiboy birds. Without birds, we cannot have to sustain in this particular ecology or environment. Okay, it is बहुत important bostu. तो यार recommendations दिया গৈছে. Conserve specific কিছুমান birds বা maintaining grassland ecosystem কৰিব লাগিব, pollution কমাব লাগিব. Okay, বহুত খিনি recommendation দিয়া গৈছে. Measures to be taken to safeguard different bird species. কোনটো actor মতে protect কৰিব লাগিব. National action on conservation of migratory birds. Okay, আচ্ছা migratory birds কৈ আছো যদিয়ে tell me in the comment section that some of the important migratory birds of India. I'm not telling about the northeast. যদি northeast or কোৱা, I will be happy. But say me some of the important birds which are migratory in nature and which comes, visits India and spends a time period in this country. Muk koi dia. Okay, so আজি এইবিলাকৰ কাৰণে যিখিনি decline হৈছে সেইখিনি আমি consider কৰি পেলাই we have to go for some of the conservation efforts under all such respective plans. Okay, so the questions দিয়া আছে চাই লবা. মই answerটো দি দিলো previous model case study ৰ. Okay, আজি এটা নতুন case study দিছো, এটো attempt কৰিবা and tell me আমাক পঠাই দিবা in the mail ID answers for cna@gmail.com. এটো পঠাই দিলে হল আমাক. Okay, we'll watch the case studies. চলো prelims facts কিছুমান আছে. Rare black eagle spotted at Chel Wildlife Sanctuary. ক'ত আছে Chel? In the Solan district of Himachal Pradesh. Okay, so এই Solan districtত আৰু এখন important town আছে Kasoli. It's a important hill town, Kasoli. Okay, Kasoli লগত এজন মানুহ জড়িত হৈ আছে who is basically a freedom fighter, revolutionary freedom fighter. কোন? Pandit Ram Prasad Bairagi. Pandit Ram Prasad Bairagi. Okay, so Ram Prasad Bairagi কোন আছিল মোক comment sectionত কোৱা. Pandit Ram Prasad Bairagi, he was basically from Kasoli in Himachal Pradesh, and Kasoli is a hill town under the district of Solan district. Okay, so Azi, a rare black eagle has been sighted for the first time. See how beautiful it looks. Okay, it belongs to this particular family. Okay, our kot thake forested mountains and hilly regions. Our IUCN status ki hoy least concern. Okay, important hoy. Tapsot slot bearer upor news asile. Kudha in the Nilgiris captured. Okay, scientific name Melurus ursinus. Distribution course India, Sri Lanka, southern Nepal. 90% of the global south bear population found in India. Habitat course dried and moist forest. Our IUCN status ki hoy vulnerable. Next prelim facts, mission Prakriti. So yate recently koa goise the mission Prakriti to bring about environmental awareness in schools of Assam. Are we at 5 themes ki asle mission Prakriti? Biodiversity, water, waste, food and energy. So to mission Prakriti prothom launch kora goisil Tamil Nadu, and on the same lines it will be started now in Assam under the association with Samagra Shiksha Assam. So it is a both important fact hoy jani loba for government schemes. Okay, তাৰপিছত Pragyan rover confirms the presence of sulfur. এটো আমি রিসেন্টলি দেখিছো. Pragyan rover already নামি পেলাই এতিয়া কনফার্ম কৰিলে সালফাৰৰ. কালিটো শুনিছো অক্সিজেনো দেখিছে in search of oxygen and hydrogen. So let's see what we have to store for the whole world in the coming times. Okay, so all the best Chandrayaan 3, Pragyan rover. Okay, so this is our academic team, this is our CNA team, and